Welcome to episode number 2 of Clues, which is an attempt for me to document my journey to a $1 billion AI company. And kind of what has been going on lately is that if you've watched the last episode, it's kind of a long time since I posted it, and the reason has been that I've been a little bit confused and really, to be honest, really just confused, to be honest. I've not really known what to do, and I had just realized yesterday, that I have kind of fallen into this like blind roadblock, or like this. I don't know what is this like. Let me just translate that. From English to Norwegian to English. Dead end. I've just arrived to this dead end with this AI automation agency, and kind of how it happened was that I just joined like a school community, kind of. Well, like it is a school community, and I got to this dead end of thinking that, because, okay, just to give you some context, I went into this business because I realized and saw the opportunity of AI agents, and I just thought that AI agents would be the future of business. So that's kind of why I went into it. But then I ended up making AI workflows and just workflows with Make.com. And that's, that wasn't the thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to make AI agents that I could deploy to other businesses, and, just kind of copy paste them, and, of course, adapt them to their business model and their objective and their goal. And I that's why I kind of switched, but changed directions over. I started this. I joined this community literally like 2 weeks ago, and I found out just yesterday that this was not the way to go. For me, it wasn't, because I joined, like, I went into this for this particular reason. I just quit the other things that I did, which was like AI programming and YouTube channel and self-improvement and that stuff, and I went into wanting to make AI agents, and it didn't work out because, it could have worked out. Of course, it could have. Like, every model can work out, and this course were really, really valuable. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the last episode, the Maker School, and it seems kind of ironic that I I made an episode about joining Maker School, and then I haven't left it, of course, but I just stopped paying for it, because I realized that I need to really do let's just take these off, actually. I just want to do AI agents instead of AI workflows and just workflows in general. So I signed up for Make.com for a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago actually, and like yesterday I signed up for Relevance.ai, which is a phenomenal. I've looked into it before, but now I purchased a pro subscription for like $19 a month, and I believe that will help me actually be good at what I want to be good at, which is making AI agents and making them valuable for other businesses. So that's kind of the idea, that I want to make these AI agents, deploy them for businesses, and then over time I'm going to have to reinvent the wheel with the help of templates, of course, but don't talk about that. Actually, that makes it seem like it's illegal. It's not illegal. It's just arbitrage. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure about that, but it's just taking something and taking something that already exists and tweak it to something else. That's pretty much it, right? And then I can just kind of just copy paste those AI agents over to other businesses. I'll take a retainer, of course, because it actually like it's not free to run these agents. It does cost money to OpenAI and that stuff, and actually the subscription here costs as well. So yeah, and I think I have to actually over time I'll have to upgrade the subscription actually to like business or something. Like I have to have a lot of credits, I believe, but we're not thinking about that right now. What we're thinking about is how to actually make those AI agents, and that's what I'm kind of doing right now, and that's what I'm planning to do in the near future. I have a from the AI workflows that I was going to make. I do have a warm lead, which is which wants to have an AI agent, or he doesn't care. But it seems like what he wants is, or kind of what I figured out that he wanted, because I talked to him and I was like, I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I just asked him straight out what AI automation would be valuable, or what AI agent would be valuable. And he doesn't really understand it, but what he thought would be valuable, or what I thought he said that was going to be valuable, ended up not being valuable. Like ended up being something he didn't need. So I just ended up. So I ended up consulting with ChatGPT a little bit, and ChatGPT recommended me to ask him if he would find it valuable for an AI agent that would look through the leads that they're close, because he has an SMMA company, and the agent would look through the leads that the appointment setters would call, and then the AI agent would research that lead or that prospect to then give it like a detailed summary detailed summary to the appointment setter, for the appointment setter to use that information to kind of seem more prepared for the actual call. Because if you look at it from the prospect's point of view, if you're getting called by someone and they're just like very, very shallow with their pitch, not very personalized, I wouldn't at least I wouldn't feel like they actually knew what they're talking about. So AI agents has now opened up so many opportunities for something that before just simply wasn't worth doing. Because if you just look at it from this perspective, if we didn't have AI agents doing this, with like researching the leads or researching the prospects and then giving like detailed summary through reading like thousands of pages and thousands of words from the prospects, either a LinkedIn profile and website. That's kind of those two primary sources that we use to kind of scrape the information from. And if we didn't have that, and if it was like just a human doing that instead of an AI agent, it would just simply not be worth it, because you would probably spend like 30 minutes finding all of this information about the prospect, call the prospect, he would like hang up in 2 seconds. So it's not really worth it. But if an AI agent do that, like the costs is very, very low, and the opportunity that you create by actually doing that is so much more worth for the very minimal cost that it takes to actually do these summaries with AI agents. And also they will do it autonomously and way faster as well. So that's a huge upside. So that's kind of why I'm really excited with AI agents. Not because, I don't like the thought of replacing humans, even how realistic it actually is that it will. But I do think that it will create new opportunities just like this one. Like Stephen Bartlett has this saying, or like this philosophy in his company, like these two core fundamentals in his company, which is like 1% improvements, just be 1% better every time. And what was it again? Yeah, 1% marginal gains. And frick, what was it again? Failure rate, I'm pretty sure. So if you like can sweat, if you can sweat the small stuff on the 1% marginal gains, it just means that because those 1% marginal gains, there are very few people that actually are willing to do those. But if you're willing to do those 1,000 times, that's like a 1,000% increase. If you have 1%, if you get 1% better in different areas, if you do that 100 or 1,000 times, that will be 100 or 1,000% better increase. 1% increase, right? Or like more than 1,000 as well, because you stack those percentages on each other, right? So it's just really insane how AI agents has opened this opportunity to be like, now you can really sweat the small stuff that wasn't at all worth it for just a couple of years ago. Because, human labor, time, opportunity cost, and so on. But now, in the future, I think like at least 10 years from now, okay, let's not say 10 years, but just 2 years, I think like there will be billions of AI agents just crawling like small cockroaches on on the internet, or like on the web, or just somewhere, right? I think there will be AI agents that do that, and just swarms of agents as well. That's a interesting thought. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of what I've been thinking about lately. And but again, I cannot just be a entrepreneur. I have to be an entrepreneur who actually takes action. So that's that's what I'm trying to do. Take more action. If it's one thing that I've learned from the Maker School, which is like very valuable, that I think definitely was worth the price that I paid for the course, which is speed. Like, it's just speed, right? Speed, and don't over-perfect. Over-perfection is the killer of businesses, right? Because if you just want to over-perfect, or like just want to make it perfect, of course you can get those extra 10 to 5% improvements, but if you think about it over time, those are not worth the time that it actually takes. So if you just think about it like this, you have this like 80-20 rule. If it takes you like, in most cases, it really just takes you 20% of the time to make something 80%, like 80% is good, right? 80% out, where 100 is like God tier level, right? It just takes you 20% of the time to get to 80% of the results. But if you just want to always try to get to 100, it will just take so much more time. So 80% more time. And in business, if you can't adapt fast, you're screwed, right? So that's kind of a huge lesson that I've learned from Maker School and Nick. And I will not forget about that. So yeah, thank you so much. This will kind of be I'm not sure about the schedule for this kind of podcast episode, documentary of some sort. I don't know what to call it, but I don't know the schedule for it. But I will most likely, hopefully post another one soon, and just update you guys on what's happening. So thank you for watching. Bye.